Good afternoon. My name is Gil Gomez. I'm the president of the LA School Police Officers Association. I tried to sign up under labor partners, but I could find nexus, very strong nexus between our camp and the Norway 2011 shooting, which 77 juveniles were killed. I also, a few days after the Uvalde incident, responded to Uvalde and spent a few days there talking to law enforcement personnel and educators. Because I've made a lot of alliances with television reporters, a lot of them called me, and I was on 3 different television programs. They wanted me to speak on the fact that it took the police an hour to get inside that classroom, and I would not do that. I'm not here to judge their tactics. But post Sandy Hook, prior to Sandy Hook, when there was an active shooter, one police officer would wait for 3 other police officers, form a team, and go and eliminate the threat. Post Sandy Hook, the police officer, the first one that arrives, goes and eliminates the threat. So the Uvalde incident was very confusing. If we're going to have a camp, we need an armed police officer, preferably with EMT or paramedic training assigned there. After speaking with the officers in the surrounding area, and there was a lot of them in Uvalde, Texas, these individuals were poorly trained at best. It seems they use their police department as a springboard to get onto the Texas Department of Public Safety. And the only reason why I talk about this is because we are not them. We are highly trained. The school police officers, our operational tempo is busy, train. We are not that department. I spoke to a handful of Texas Rangers. There is an over-reliance on the State Department, and it took them an hour to get into that classroom. When officers are, it looks like I have a minute left.
It is. I'm just reminding you to please keep your comments related to the camp purchase.
100% camp purchase. You need an armed police officer on that campus. The lessons learned from Uvalde in a public conversation are very important. So we used to train at a high operational tempo, but we do not anymore. When you have an officer assigned to a campus, they can get to the threat within minutes, if not seconds, depending on where it is. Since I have 25 seconds left, I'm going to talk. I used to drive an ambulance. I used to work in the EMS system, and there was something called the golden hour. Fact check this research. When an individual is exposed to trauma, such as a gunshot wound, you have 1 hour from the time of shooting to the time you get somebody into a hospital. You have 20 minutes to get that individual to a hospital, 20 minutes for diagnostic tests, and 20 minutes to stop the bleeding, usually in a trauma center, not an emergency room, a trauma center. If you've heard anything that I say, and I know my subject matter, research golden hour. It has very little to do with police work, but it has everything to do with saving lives. Golden hour. Thank you.